Yo, niggas is phony, frontin' like they master ceremonies. None of you suckers are even remotely close to me. To be nice, I sacrifice things like no sleep. I keep a library of lyrics on microfiche, creating concepts so deep. Niggas quote me, they rewind and interpret my rhymes to they homies. I've advanced beyond your flows eons ago. It's inevitable in 98 I'ma blow. Ever since 84 I've been in it to win it. But see, back then we used to battle while spinning on the cement. You can't even absorb the rhymes I record or resolve the deep laws of the physics involved. I travel to the end of the universe and beyond. Parsecs out of range from a cellular star tech. From the galaxy of Andromeda, I puzzle niggas like crop circles and other unexplained phenomena. Hey yo, 9 out of 10 of these rap artists is garbage. You spineless, rhymeless, niggas is heartless. Hey yo, I came to see that hip hop is never tarnished. So hey yo, all I really want is you niggas to stop biting. All I really want is you niggas to start writing. All I really want is you niggas to be original and start spitting some lyrical shit that I can listen to. You haven't written the perfect rhyme yet. You don't even know the sequences to the Human Genome Project. You haven't come to terms with your God yet, and you refuse to believe in unidentified flying objects. When I bomb shit, I get retarded, probably more than your bargain. I'm talking about rip a mic off your arm shit, hype shit, blow up a mic shit. You might get beat the fuck up in broad daylight with a nightstick. To the British, I'm Gandhi. To the Japanese, I'm an American pilot flying over Nagasaki. To the AIDS patient, I'm your last antibody, sitting and waiting for a cure for modern biology. And yo, 9 out of 10 of these rap artists is garbage. Spineless, rhymeless, niggas is heartless. Hey yo, I came to see that hip hop is never tarnished. So yo, I be looking directly into the human eye to see if you pussy and completely ruin your ability to lie to me. I pull a 9 on the bully, cock back the cannon, goddamn it. I don't think you fully understand it. Ask 9 out of 10 niggas on the planet who the best is. The question to go unanswered till I step up to the front line with rhymes, revving my engines like they were powered by the minds. Murdering niggas with lyrics manufactured within my DNA's double helix. I leave you in troubled spirits. I'm absolutely the purest. Free the MC from the United States of America to Europe, I deserve it. However you wanna word it, I'm perfect. Touch my microphone on accident and get murdered on purpose, motherfucker. Hey yo, 9 out of 10 of these rap artists is garbage. You spineless, rhymeless, niggas is heartless. Hey yo, I came to see that hip hop is never tarnished. So
gentlemen, the main event for today's broadcasting, the semifinals of the loser bracket. Although these two are not losers, they're started the day with 6 people, and now there are 4 people left, 4 warriors left, and it's going to be whittled down to 3. We have the semifinals in the lower bracket between Frost and the Code. My name, Derek, a.k.a. Greekianian. Alongside me for this epic duel that is about to go down is Tommy, a.k.a. The Pipes, Blue Rhino. Tommy, how's it going today?
What's up, noobs? We got a double feature. A double feature. I hope you packed your pillows because Frost is going to show us how to slow down the beast that they call Code.
Ooh! So, Code took down Brew just, an hour and a half ago, and Frost was able to beat Tato earlier today, and they are now squaring off now. So Code had about an hour and a half break. Frost has been sitting there for a few hours now, and then the Viper 5-0'd our boy Rage in a pretty easy fashion.
Dude, that's not getting blanked. That's getting decapitated, right? I mean, holy shit! They lose 5 games.
Viper dragged Rage's corpse to the guillotine and just fucking chopped his head off. All right, so I got the game pulled up now. Game 1 is going to be a Chinese war on Golden Swamp. Game 2, loser picks 2 civ. Game 3, the winner of Game 1 picks 2 civs. Game 4 and 5 are going to be mirror matches. Whoever, I guess, the player that's behind in Game 4 gets to pick that. And then Game 6, we got a Magyar war in Serengeti. And Game 7, if it goes that far, Koreans on Arabia. 15 seconds left. Tommy, who do you think is going to win this one?
Well, Juro would like to join us, so we can't actually put him in the booth. We have to go down to I guess streamers, not casters.
Oh, are we going to are we getting everybody's favorite trainer in the booth?
Yeah, I think so. Let's do it.
All right. Chinese Golden Swamp. Game 1. Frost, the Code. Winner gets to play Rage in the finals of the loser bracket. Loser goes on vacation. Let's get it.
And Juro, if you're listening, we are now in streamers, so you could just pop in. We go to casters sometimes just because. So yeah, just hop in. I don't know what POG means.
We want to keep out the riffraff like Mace from coming in here like, oh, are you guys streaming? Ah, I didn't know.
Do you remember like we were playing and someone just came in? It's like, what are you doing?
What's this game again? Huh? What?
Yeah.
Yes, Joro, please come in the streaming booth and please try to sell your training services to all the noobs that don't know you yet.
Here we go. With us live now, ladies and gentlemen, Juro.
Joro, turn your mic up, Joro.
My mic sucks, dude. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Are you stream? Or how am I supposed to follow along with you guys? Am I just supposed to watch your stream while I do this?
You can watch the stream. You can go to spectate.
You're not streaming though.
Is it not streaming right now? Oh, because I changed rooms. Here, all right. Let's get a little.
Sick.
Let's get a little shibbity bop.
You must have a pretty decent computer if you can live stream and stream on Discord at the same time.
Yeah, I got the Acer 3000 Helios Predator. This thing's a fucking beast. It's just a laptop too.
I'm fucking alien.
Now, Juro, how do you feel about Code? Because we all know Code always goes market. So, pros and cons of going market here.
I don't really. I think on Golden Swamp you want to market the food usually, but I don't think it's like super. I don't think it's like super important. I think it's just like maybe a nice thing to have.
Okay.
Does going market earlier help give you an advantage to take the middle, or does it just put you in a spot where you take the middle and you're just out of resources?
I think it just gives you a little bit more sustain from a gold perspective. You'll notice that most people aren't going to run out of food. They're going to run out of gold way before they run out of food, so it just gives you that ability to keep the production good.
Well, Code's the one known for getting an early jump on people, but Frost the one has all these cannon galleons, or not cannon galleons, regular galleons ready to roll. The Code was trying to send out some demo ships there, but Frost is sniping that shit down.
Yeah, he really cleared those up pretty quickly. I think that I kind of like what Code was doing. I think one thing I told Frost about his games with who did he play before? Tato.
Tato, yes.
He's got to be careful about overcommitting here. I mean, he's already thrown some games on Golden Swamp, I think, by just overcommitting. He's got to be patient here and really just try to chip away at those docks without letting Code pop out with 20 demos and just killing everything. So.
Yeah, Code has 10 docks up here right now, but he really can't get shit out because all these galleons are just sitting on him right now.
Yeah, I like this patience.
Code trying to bring a little force down here on the eastern part of the map. We'll see how that works out for him. Oh, and here comes a bunch of demo ships streaming in.
Great. Not just really good by Frost here. He's been patient, and he got a really good trade, I feel like, too, after Code popped out of the docks, because the docks close to Code, or the galleys that popped out of those docks, right? They didn't really do anything. They just died.
Agreed.
Yeah, the Code thought he was going to hit him with that surprise special, and those demo ships just came down and fucking hammered him. Down goes another dock.
Demos right now.
I don't... Frost has to be careful about having his galleons attacking the... really nice demos there. He's got to be careful about his galleons.
Demo work from Frost. Let's go.
Careful about demos on the other side as well, Frost. Oh, he's going to get killed here.
Frost already getting a TC up in the middle. We got a lone galleon over here trying to snipe down this other town center going up. Or sorry, castle. Yeah, it's a town center.
I like how Frost isn't overcommitting too on castles and stuff in the center, because it's one thing for Code that it's really easy for him to just make a couple cannon galleons or trebs and just kill castles in the center.
Wait, time out. Do the Chinese have cannon galleons?
Actually, I don't know, dude. I think they do, because I think Frost is already making some.
Because they got they don't have the BBC, but yeah, they do have cannon galleons. But I guess it's not the elite cannon galleon. Chinese got robbed when it came to these cannons. I don't understand why they didn't get any.
Yeah, it is funny. They have bombard towers, I think, though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bombard towers, cannon galleons.
They just weren't smart enough to
BBC.
fit them on ships.
Uh-oh.
Frost is gonna get clapped here.
Uh-oh. Ooh, he was somehow able to wiggle away. He lost a handful of galleons and demos, but able to keep most of his galleons after that. Oh, here's some more demos coming in. Uh-oh. Boom.
Oh, he's losing a lot here. I mean, the thing is for Frost is that he should just be focused on taking the gold right now while he can, and then just don't try to overextend here. Just take the gold in the middle, and then, later on when Code tries to take the gold, you just have cannon galleons that prevent, you can basically camp cannon galleons on your side and just pick villagers off that are mining gold, right?
That's what I've been saying the whole time. Everybody should have a few cannon galleons, especially in the mixed civs, and just knowing you can't build if there's cannon galleons sitting there. As soon as a building starts to go up, the cannon galleons are automatically going to hit it. They're in range.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. I think, like I said, if you try to make castles in the center, cannon galleons can just kill those, and you can't kill the cannon galleons. So you don't want to overcommit on towers or castles in the center here until after you've gotten the water control.
Now, Juro, do you believe that the winner of this game will go on to play Viper, or do you think that Rage will beat them?
I think that they're all really close to each other, honestly. So I think that any one of them could go on and play Viper.
Okay.
I don't think anyone can beat Viper. Just watching him play today, I don't think anyone has a chance of beating him. I think they're all just gonna lose probably most of the games, but between themselves, I think that anyone could win. So.
I feel like Code has faced Viper several times in these championship rallies.
Viper he's playing on like a level that it's just like it's multiple steps ahead of even the top, these other top guys.
All right,
and it looks like Frost is grabbing relics too, huh? Is that what I hear? I hear a little chiming.
You hear the C note.
Oh, big shots there from Frost. Wow, he's really killing a lot of
demos coming in.
And now kind of the counterattack here. Just keep. I like this. He leaves a couple open there to try to bait the fire, but he isn't patrolling in. He is just right-clicking, it looks like, on the galleons. But I like how Frost minimizes the damage there by...
Yeah, you gotta try to sniff out which ones they're targeting onto so you can get them up there.
Yeah, I think I would like to see some siege rams or something like that. That's something I always feel like is kind of an underrated unit here. And the other thing is this Frost isn't really using his food at all. He's not using it to make light cab or anything like that, which I think can actually do good at aiding the fire of the galleons. A lot of big demos there from Frost, though.
Ooh. Here comes in another demo. Is he another shot? Nope. Frost snipes it. Ah, here's those rams. He heard you.
Yeah, they're the rams.
Yeah, because I feel like the caravels for the Portuguese, those will shoot through rams, so you can hit a bunch of them at the same time. But with these galleons, it's kind of just one hit, and then it just deflects off. It doesn't shoot through the whole group of them. So the rams definitely had a lot of value.
I mean, just think about it. If the ram tank, if you're able to kill like 3-4 ships and the ram dies, then it'll definitely be worth it, right? So,
yeah.
I think rams are pretty good. See, now Code's really building up here in the center, which I think is a little bit... It seems like he's starting to push the water a little bit more. I'm not sure about it, though, because it is one of those things that now Frost can... If he can just hold this area here, he can just make galleons and shoot all those towers down.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's going with Trebs right now in the middle. Looks like they're both going Trebs rather than Cannon Galleons. I think because Chinese don't have the elite Cannon Galleon, maybe that's why they're staying away from it.
Yeah, maybe. I think Trebs do more. I think have a higher damage per second as well. So, yeah, the one thing I just didn't like, I think, from Frost here in the beginning was, again, just it seems like in these Golden Swamp games, the guy that's actually pushing early on ends up losing because they end up just like kind of slowly dying at the other guy's side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, as the other player continues to recoup their army from the dock.
Yeah, exactly. They have defender's advantage, so I think it's really easy. It's really hard to judge the galley numbers, I think, sometimes. And if they just have like 5 more galleys more than you, you don't even know it, and yet they're slowly gaining a lead on you, you know? So...
All right, Code was able to push Frost's villies off of mine and gold. He has yet to get his villagers up there, but he does have a little bit more of a foothold here in this center island with all the gold on it.
Yeah, I think Code's gonna end up defeated. I don't know if this is gonna end up working out, but if it doesn't, he's gonna burn a lot of stone on all those towers.
Yes.
It's like I just don't see what. If Frost repairs his trebs, I don't really see, and he makes cannon galleons, I don't see how he keeps those towers alive. And that's just a lot of stone to... Looks like Frost is walling up on the right. Frost is walling up on the right side as well there.
Yep, classic wall. Here you go, Tommy.
Yep.
You even wall the water too, which would maybe be a good idea.
The world-renowned walls by Frost 9. Best walls in the game.
He's gotta be careful here though. He's got a lot of
extra 20 minutes each wall.
Oh, here comes a bunch of demos coming in.
Oh, no.
And Code's really trying to get him out of his hole here. He's trying to...
Woo.
Oh, big demos.
Woo! God, the demos are just as good as the Ani shots.
Yeah.
I think you always got to keep a couple demos on each side of your ships just to prevent them from doing something like that.
Uh-oh, there's some more demos sneaking out of the dock. Oh, no, Code's losing his whole navy.
Oh, nice play by Frost. Nice play. Oh, I thought that maybe another one could get
Well timed. Well timed. Here comes some more. Oh! And there goes Code's entire navy. Oh, no. And now he's trying to push on this north side into all these towers and Chukudu. Yeah. That's not going to work.
See, this is what I'm talking about on Golden Swamp. People are just overcommitting. I think you got to take your gold when you have the center, and you can see Code's not really taking much gold, I don't think, out of the center. Take it while you can get it, and then just try to prevent them from getting on it on the other side, right?
I don't think he's taking that, but you're right. He's doing it right now.
Going, but I'm just saying.
He should have did that 20 minutes ago.
He could have been doing it a while ago, and Frost could have been doing it before that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Code stole a stone pile up here. But this is classic Frost. Look at his base, all condensed. He has like his main area, and then a little bit off to the southeast, and then that's all he needs for eco. Yeah. He's playing the rest of the game right up in front here.
How much stone does Code have even? I haven't checked. That's something I'd be curious about.
Alright, well, Frost is sitting on 600, Code's sitting on 2,700 stone right now.
And I wonder if he's mined all the stone at his base. I know he's getting smoked out. He's getting, looks like his villagers in the corner there are getting found out. Or maybe not. Well, they will be.
We'll share the stone. We'll be friendly here. Sing some Kumbaya.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm Frost, I'm just trying to kill the. I'm just trying to, I'd make some Chuko Nu to kill those Rams, because Chuko Nu, or even Onagers maybe, to kill the Rams, and then just make some just try to mass Trebs here and try to pick off those towers. You can't have Code be gathering gold like this, so you have to pressure that. But I don't know if Chuko Nu is the answer here. I think actually, like I said, I think Onager might be a bit better. But
Yeah, usually when you play Chinese on Arabia, if you have an Onager Civ, you got a huge advantage. So Onager's just the play.
Yeah, I think it's Onager, just because the problem with Chuko Nu is that you're spending a lot of pop space on, it's just a lot of pop space to be using on land army, I guess.
And Code just has this little mine right here and this nice little tucked away alcove.
Yep.
Frost is gonna try to shoot down this Treb, but now he's just losing all of his Chuko Nu. He's got some demos ready to fire off, but I think Code realized that he can't run in there like he did before.
Code really needs to. I don't know how many castles he has, but it would be really nice for him if he would get quite a lot of Trebs going. Not really sure what the. I like this raid here. That's smart. It looks like he noticed that Frost was there on the stone.
Frost has got to get some of that gold in the middle. He's making his light cavalry now. Maybe he's listening and he's just on a 25-minute delay.
What was the deal there? Where did he even spend his food at? I mean, he had 10,000 food last we checked, or last I checked, I remember, and now it's like he's got 1,000 food.
I don't know.
Maybe he sold it.
Where did he even spend that 10,000 food? I didn't even see any units.
Yeah, I didn't see any food units either. He's been making all ships and Chuko Nu and Trebs.
Maybe he was selling it for more gold. I don't know if that's the right call, but
nah, he just needs to start mining some of this gold. He's sitting on top of it. I mean, Code's got a bunch of towers there, but he only has one Treb.
What's Code's ego look like in terms of protection? Is it protected by castles, or I mean, he puts so much stone in the front here. I'd be thinking like he might not have any castles back at his base. Where's his villagers?
Nope.
Look at that, they're all exposed. Like,
all exposed over here.
On the right side, look on the right side. He's really
all
my
exposed
gosh,
over here.
dude. It's insane. That there's no way that should happen. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the kind of stuff that it's just like you gotta be. You can't. Even though this middle is really important, you have to be able to put pressure on the other positions as well, or at least you got to be able to punish them if they get greedy like this. If Frost goes for okay, Code does a 4,000 wood, so he's banked a lot. But if Frost was raiding those wood lines, man, like Code wouldn't be able to make this navy.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the thing that I'm telling you. Viper was doing all these things, these small things, and that was what I think. That's why I think he's, But yeah, Frost is just playing really defensive with the walls, not hoping that he doesn't get raided when I think he's got to be,
Frost doesn't understand that it's a war game sometimes, and he has to like strike first.
He's been hanging around Greta too much. He's trying to save the planet and not waste too many resources. See, that's the thing. That's just against Frost's nature. He's trying to preserve all the resources of the world, trying to reduce his carbon footprint, and going to raid that this doesn't jive with him and his cousin Greta.
But but this is exactly what happened with Viper. Viper made the wrong unit, but he still raided Frost. He made all these cav archers.
Yeah,
but Frost was just fought in the middle.
The light calves diving under 10 towers like this was never going to be cost effective. It's not going to be good. It's really just not worth it, I think, in general. So I don't know what's Frost's gold count at here, because that's going to start becoming a factor.
Yeah, see, the Code is at 1,800 gold. Frost is at 200 gold, 100 food. He is struggling right now.
Yeah, and I think Frost is probably going to call this in, maybe under 3 minutes probably. It doesn't look like he's got much gold left. And
bunch of Rams coming in from the Code on the side now. Not a whole lot of units from Frost to be able to take that on.
Yeah, this is just frustrating because I think Frost had a decent position early on, but I think he overcommitted to that position. He lost a lot of extra ships, slowly. And then later on here, I think you have to make sure you got to keep your opponent honest. You have to at least check to make sure that they built castles in their eco, because if they play like Code and they just I'm not gonna make castles in my eco. I'm just gonna just YOLO style and just
YOLO.
What did you say? What style? What's that called?
Just like a YOLO style. We're just doing like this YOLO style where he's just going, all the towers, all the stone is being invested in the center, and then like the eco is just totally open.
But this is what Code did. I don't know if you saw his game against Bra with in the Hun Sicilian. He had an open eco the whole game. Code moves right down, all in down the center.
That's just gonna. You try this against Viper, Alice. Let's see how it works. I don't think it's gonna work. It's just you can't. What's up, Night Blue?
Absolutely.
You watching the game, Night Blue? Sorry, Night Blue just joined.
Night Blue, you're on Greek TV. What's happening? Hey, there's a raid. A little bit too late, but there's a raid.
All right. So yeah, looks like Frost is not gonna.
No, with this gold advantage right now, I mean the code. Yeah. The code is setting up a metropolis on the gold in the middle of Golden Swamp right now with all these towers and skyscrapers going up.
But like
here's
Frost
some raids
didn't
over
even,
here.
like he sees it now and he's like, oh, he could have done this all game, and hopefully he realizes that for next game.
No, the thing is that these guys have been picking Golden Swamp. Like this has been like a home map for Frost or whatever. It just, I don't know, man. It just, you have to ask him after the game, but it's just like, why?
Demo's coming in. Oh no, that's a GG move right there.
Yeah, he's got nothing in.
That's
a
GG.
He never once tried to mine 1 cent of
Now
gold.
he's raiding because he knows he can't afford gold units anymore, so he's got to raid. But it's like, dude, you had to have checked early. You can't just not, because now without any gold units, you're still gonna lose on land because he's just gonna go full Chuko Newer or whatever.
Yeah, if he would have raided earlier, maybe the code wouldn't have had so much juice behind him to take the middle. But now that he kind of let him take the middle, it's like code can lose some stuff here because he's already got all this gold that he's soaking up here in the middle. I mean,
but that's always been Code's MO. Is Code always goes all in, push down the center, and you can always try to snipe his eco. But yet, Brud did not try to really. Brud did that, but again, late in the Hun Sicilian game.
Yeah. Well, let's see how much eco. I don't know So what's the castle situation for Code in his base?
He has
Does he have
a couple castles in his base, but not around a lot of his spots where he's ecoing. I mean,
yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe Frost could potentially kill the wood eco and then win the game that way as well. I mean, it is a possibility, honestly. Especially because Code doesn't really have anything invested into protecting the wood lines except for TCs. So, I think it could work. But,
do we finally get to see the match where one player takes the entire outside and the other player has the middle with the gold and they fight it out?
I think Frost needed to have done this earlier, honestly. I think he should have maybe, if he was going to do this, he needed to stop committing on water earlier so he had enough gold to make maybe some siege rams or something like that.
You never know with Frost and his magic eco.
Yep, he's been playing with Boomstick. He's got the magic eco.
We might see skirms versus galleons. No shame in that.
So many towers in the middle. He's just able to hold the middle here with his only units being trebs.
Does Frost have the relics?
I think he's got maybe probably 2 or 3.
No. Frost has 21 wood and
relics.
58 gold.
He's got 3 relics.
58 Dogecoin.
Yeah, and this is that. I think Frost is dead now. The Chuko Nu, he just can't kill that ball at Chuko Nu. You should be seeing Skirm now, but yeah, it's too late. Ah, man, that's so frustrating.
You heard it here first.
It's alright. Frost is still gonna come back and beat the Viper anyway.
And I do believe this was Frost's game to win. By the way, he had a good jump.
Well, I don't think either one of these guys play. I think they left a lot of opportunity for the other person to take a lot of. I think Code by. Yeah.
Code sitting on 200 pop. Frost down to 140.
You just can't, dude. You just can't like leave your eco totally open and like. I feel like anyone that recognizes that is whenever they play you in future games, they're just gonna prevent you from taking any wood.
Well, we'll see if Frost can rally with these games coming up. There's definitely been series where someone comes out, they look strong in game 1, and then all of a sudden someone goes on a streak against them. So anything can still happen. But game 1 is looking like the code.
Yep. Yeah, Code will take game 1.
Well, he might disconnect. You don't know. He might build a bombard tower. All right.
Yeah.
Now this is GG.
Wait, you can't build a stone gate? Is that the other one too?
Yeah.
But you can do flaming camels, right? That's not banned.
I don't think flaming camels is banned. Juro, flaming camels on galleons, does that work or not?
I have no idea.
I want
I'm
to
just
see
saying
it.
that could be a big thing.
Are the
you know?
Tatars the only one with the flaming camels?
Correct.
They should open that unit up. I mean, if everybody
Right?
gets a Treb, like at least give the melee flaming camels, you know, or flaming elephants.
Right.
That'd be cool. You tell me they had all those elephants back then? They didn't think about setting one with a bunch of demo and just sending it into a bunch of troops. Like just packing up an elephant, like here you go, Dumbo. Slap it on the ass and just runs into an army of like 1,000 soldiers. Takes out half of them. They had to think of that shit. People were so savage back in the day. Like, how do you not?
Alright, so he's not winning on water. He's not winning on the left side. He's not winning on the right side.
He's got him right where he wants him.
Yup.
Definitely doesn't have a gold advantage. Alright, we're calling this. This is code.
Yep.
Code. Game 1. There's the GG. Alright. Tommy, thoughts on Game 1, Golden Swamp, Chinese War, Frost in the Code. Go. Oh, Tommy left to go get water. Joro, thoughts on Game 1.
I felt like it was pretty even, and I think that Code ended up just maybe playing a little bit, or just getting the better trades overall, maybe with the demos, and then obviously he was able to get the gold in the center, and that was really the big thing, and get the tower set up. So, yeah, I think if Frost got tower set up in the beginning or was collecting gold, it could have been easily the other way around.
Yeah, Code definitely got those towers in earlier. Kill death 880 to 780. Economy, obviously, the Code got 12,000 more gold out of that. And yeah, Code taking down Game 1. So Game 2 is going to be the loser of Game 1. That is Frost. He's going to pick 2 civs and a map. Any guesses on what Frost is going to pick for Game 2?
Well, he likes to pick Golden Swamp, so I'm thinking maybe it's, I think he did like Britons and, what was it? Britons and, I don't remember what the other civ was, honestly. Show me civs, man.
Oh, yeah, so they are in the lobby right now, and it does look like it's going to be Golden Swamp again.
No, I'm done with this board. I'm done with this board. So is this the best
I
of
like
9
I
or
like
the best
Golden
of
Swamp.
7?
Golden Swamp's one of my favorite ones. Best of 7.
I forget what the other civ was. What did he do? It was Britons and something else.
What other map? What map would you prefer right now, Tommy? A little four lakes action.
Just something different.
Four Lakes. We haven't really seen Four Lakes a whole lot, and I think that was. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm surprised that Wayne didn't pick that as one, or Rage didn't pick that as his home map against Viper, because that's one of those maps where you definitely having a stronger start really can come in handy. But I think he picked Arabia, so. Yeah, we're actually saying I think Golden Swamp is probably the most played map, honestly, maybe outside of Arabia.
Yeah, Arabia is definitely still number 1, but as far as the other maps, I mean, that's what everybody just plays DM on is Arabia. But as far as the other maps go, I think I've seen a lot of Golden Swamp games. We were seeing a lot of Four Lakes early in the tournament, but then we stopped seeing it. And then we saw some Seize the Mountain earlier, but then they took that map off because it turned into Mishi. So,
yeah, I kind of suspected when I saw that Golden Swamp was the okay. So wow, this
so we got Slavs and Portuguese on Golden Pit, and so the Code actually picked Portuguese against Slav.
Wow.
I think Frost is gonna annihilate him in this one. Am I missing something here?
Portuguese are actually not, I don't think too bad here. If you can get onagers and bombard cannons, the bombard cannons do have the ballistic or the basically ballistics on their cannons. So
Here, I gotta pee real quick. I'll be back. You guys keep talking.
I mean, just like the siege onagers aren't like that strong in this matchup, just because they can be easily sniped by bombard cannons. So I think that yeah, it's definitely not. Portuguese definitely can win this one. That's for sure.
But don't the Woad Raiders have a bonus against...
Woad Raiders?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The Boyards, don't they have a great bonus against those organ guns?
I don't think they have a bonus against organ guns.
Aren't they really good against siege?
I mean, any cavalry is generally good against siege, so I guess in that respect, yes. But I don't I think, let's see, Code... Oh, so Code did pick Portuguese. Yeah, I would think maybe Frost would just go for like a big push on like the side or something like that, instead of actually maybe going up the middle and trying to defend the middle. I think if you try to defend the middle, honestly, with Slavs, you lose to Portuguese. Or if you not try to defend the middle, rather, like if you try to like fight in the middle, I think Portuguese might actually have the advantage there, because they just.
If he learns nothing from his last game, he could probably slip a villager right in the corner, and Code would not know that, right? Like I just feel like, right? Like, what do you think has been the worst pick ever? Like where the guy picked the wrong civ? Would you say it was freaking Andy against Bra when he went Mongols?
No. I told Andy to pick that. I told Andy to pick Indians.
Why?
It's not a bad choice. No, because the thing is that Mongols.
I'm back.
If you can break that army, if the camels can wrap the onagers, then you basically take a huge loss from Mongols, and you're basically screwed at that point.
Okay. So you were the one that misadvised him. Okay.
No, I think Indians are still fine there. I think it can go either way, but
wait.
Yeah.
Frost goes Slav, but he has a castle start. I mean, he has a barracks.
He's just gonna defend and go for warriors and I guess like heavy siege or something. I'm actually confused with the market, honestly. I don't think the market is as good in civs like Slavs.
I think he wants to deprive Code of it though. That's what I think.
Yep. I think maybe he's going for full boyars and siege. But again, this is weird because the thing is that if you think about it, market is typically better when your civ doesn't really use much of one resource, right? It's like Franks, they don't really use a lot of wood. It's like selling the wood is generally good. But like Slavs, you use a lot of wood and a lot of gold for siege, but then you also use a lot of food for boyars. So like market doesn't typically, but like you said, maybe if he's just trying to deprive Code, but that could actually make sense because Code probably is not going to make a lot of food units. He's going to just go for a very heavy like wood and gold. But let's see if these castles even go up. I mean, it's like
it gets one castle up. Frost is able to rally a little bit, but Code's already getting a castle up in the middle here, down in the pit.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit uncertain with what Frost's strategy is here. I don't think that, like I just told
Tom.
What name are you going? Tommy? Okay.
Fred, Bill, Old Man Jenkins,
Blue Rhino,
Jim Eagle.
Rhino. Yeah. I think Portuguese are better than Slavs in like this like pit matchup type of situation.
Maybe Frost was trying to hit him with a little okey doke and hoping that he picked that he got Portuguese, and now he's kind of thrown off balance here.
Yeah, but again, if
Frost
Cody's doing,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Frost has a bad map spawn here too. I think ideally, Frost would have liked to spawn to the side of Code where he can kind of threaten him more on like the base versus fighting him in the pit. But we'll see.
I think Frost can still hit him on the side with the boyards if he wants to.
Sure.
Because Code's not gonna, Code's gonna do that. Okay, good. Looks like he's out. Nope. Going in the center.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. He can still. The other thing is that if, I don't think Frost should fight him straight up the middle. I think Frost should try to like take him from the side, right?
Did he dump the market?
He did take the market, I think, but I don't know what he sold. But
all right.
So Frost sold a little bit of food at the beginning to get some gold. That was it.
Yeah. That seems fine. I think
It looks like Code dumped a ton of wood though.
Please, Frost, do not try to push up the middle, man. Please.
Well, we got a bunch of Rams coming. I think we're gonna see a push sooner or later.
He needs to push on the side of the hill where he's got the hill advantage. And Code's doing the right thing too, making lots of onagers, lots of bombard cannons. That's going to be really good. He's making helps as well to counter the boyers, which I think he knows are coming. But the way Frost wins here, and I think this might be one of those. I think this is going to be a situation where it's all going to come down to the first fight. So
he runs by a villager.
Yeah, and I like how Code even makes the outpost on the side to make sure he knows what Frost is doing.
Sneaking in the back door of the base, we got a couple howls, but that's not going to be enough.
It doesn't really matter. The boyers are coming in so late. The TCs are already up. It doesn't really do any eco damage. And the thing is that eco doesn't really matter at this point. It matters once you've taken that first fight. You know.
Ooh, here comes some Rams down the front here. We also have some Rams coming down the side. And we got an all-in coming in with the pit. Here comes the first battle, baby. Here we go.
This might be the best battle of the war. Who do you think wins, Charles?
It looks like Frost is actually gonna. He's got boyer numbers. He's gonna wrap the siege here pretty hard. Let's see if he can get him in the choke here. Oh man, those boyers are just dying so fast though.
Boyers are coming in from the side.
I think Frost is going to break this, honestly, but it's so hard to tell, honestly. I don't think Code made enough helps here. Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Boyers are coming. And coming. Those Ani numbers are down. Those bombard cannon numbers are down. The Boyers getting cleaned up.
Wait. Do Portuguese have siege onager now, too? Or are those normal onagers?
Those are no more onagers.
Okay.
They look like steam onagers, though.
Yeah.
They do. The
Down
ice
goes
is
the castle.
And the color blue, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Frost just lost a ton of gold. Frost has nothing to push with, so he has to really just kind of finish this fight up otherwise. And now these bombard cannons are just going to eat him up here. That's the problem.
Get those Anis out of dodge there, Frost. Although Frost isn't afraid. Frost's trying to get some shots in here with this one Ani up here. But if he doesn't pay attention... Ooh!
The problem is how does he ever break that... that number of bombard cannons? He can't replenish as many he can't just replenish the onagers he just lost.
Well, he's got a bunch of Rams coming right now, and we'll see how well he can dip and dodge with these onagers coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he needs to kill the bombard cannons, but they're all focusing the onagers, and the champions are just
two onagers left, or three onagers left. Two onagers left.
What were you thinking? Again, it was a bad spawn for Frost. You don't want to spawn right across from him on this map if you're Slavs. But did he really think that a big push up the middle like this was gonna work?
Well,
I don't think he's dead yet.
There's a lot less in the middle than there was before, and Frost did a good job of getting villagers down on these resources here. Got to get some castles or something up here to fortify it though.
It does. He needed to have made 4 or 5 trebs and a bunch of onagers and some rams as well. I don't think the rams are super crucial, honestly, because they don't really tank for anything. They're just for killing buildings, right? But let's say he made a lot of onagers or something like that and some trebs, and then he pushed the side of the hill kind of below where you're at right now, and he kind of came up behind. If he would have came up behind Code, right, that would have been a different story. I think he would have gotten a much better trade than if he had to work through the chokes here. His boyers were running through the choke points when they had to try to go attack the onagers, and then it lost him a lot of value, and he's just not gonna.
Oh no! Now Frost is tapped out on gold, and Code is gonna fortify back up in the middle. We do got a raid coming around here on the side though.
It doesn't matter, dude. The raid doesn't matter. He's gotta take the center.
Still fighting.
What does Code have in wood? Does it matter? Let's see. What does Code have in wood?
Code's sitting about a G.
Maybe. That's not that much.
Right now. Frost still has gold left in his base that he's getting, so he might be able, especially since he has the hill, he might be able to push Code back far enough if he's able to take enough pressure off the middle from getting this little side attack going right here. I mean, he's definitely going to clear up a lot of these halbs and shit that are here, and a lot of villagers, so...
Yeah.
We'll see if Frost can get in there and take down a couple of these Anis shooting at him.
I don't know what he's doing, though. I feel like they should be fighting together, but that's all right.
Yeah, I like to see the champions on the Habs over here. Now the Habs are getting into the Boyars, and that's going to be a better trade for the Code. All right, now we got Frost trying to reset up here on the west side of the pit. More Boyars streaming in the back. Well, Frost is definitely getting into the eco sooner than he did in the last game on Golden Swamp.
What are the villager numbers?
95 or is that 86?
Frost is sitting on 120. Code's sitting on 84, 85. Frost pops at 180. Code's at 165. But of course, all these towers in the middle doesn't need as much population.
Is that 3.8k gold? You see, the thing is that Code also got set up in the middle, right? And so if you're the Slav player and you want to, if you have that mobility with the Boyars, ideally what you want to do is try to attack them so that they have to kind of come out of their hiding spot and have to move around, because you have the mobility advantage, right? And Frost just kind of attacked him where he was already set up, and like I said, it's just not
Looking good for our boy Frosty right here.
Frost needs to call the game. He's not winning this, that's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Well, he is sitting on the edge of this hill right here. We'll see if these trebs start coming out and see if he has an answer for any of these bombard cannons that are going to try to snipe him down.
He's got nothing to kill the Helves, honestly. Like, he's making Boyars, but Boyars get countered by Helves, and he'd have to make champions, but then even if he makes champions, Code can just make like Arbalist or something to counter champions.
Getting a couple Ani shots here without taking away too many of his units. We got action. Right. Oh, Code's trying to wall up. Frost shut that shit down immediately. Here comes the Trebs pounding on the base in the middle. Yep. Is Frost going to have enough juice to take back the center? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
I like how you keep playing it up, dude.
Well, you think it's done?
It's 100% over, dude. This game ain't even
No way. No way. No way. I think you can win.
Not Frost. Frost is the heart of a lion.
Right?
Yeah. Look at the side of Code's base. He's about to get surrounded right now. He got nothing. Villagers dying. We got Frost 180 pop, the Code 140.
Frost yeah, he's going. He's making this a late game.
It's gonna be a late one.
0 on goals for Frost.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
How many relics does he have? Hopefully 4.
2.
He's Bruce Willis and Die Hard right now. He ain't going out easy.
Well, Code has dropped on villagers quite a bit here, but I still over. But.
How many villagers does Code have?
He's sitting on 87 right now, so he's not doing terrible. It's just all these villagers are just getting killed right now. Yeah. Ooh, here's a nice little attack. Those Halbs are trouble. To get some champs mixed in there as well. Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
If we can honor this. Oh.
If Frost would have just made a strong attack on the base, dude, because sucks, man.
Bombard cannons coming up to snipe those trebs from Frost. Oh.
Frost coming down with the villagers, trying to get some stone.
Nah, they're getting hammered.
Come on.
Code is sitting on cool 4,700 gold right now. He is getting low on wood, so it's gonna be hard for him to really make. The Portuguese need wood to be able to finish somebody off in a push. So he is giving some time back to Frost, but looks like Code's gonna clear up the army on the east side of the Code's base, and then it looks like the Code's winning up here in the west. And obviously the Code's holding down the middle, so not much longer for the Code.
How dare you?
This is Frost's home map too, so
yeah,
unfortunate for him, he's gonna be going in. I'm guessing we'll see what the next matchup is. I'm not really sure. But.
Legend, what's going on? I thought the Slavs were the best civ in the game. Organ guns just ready to pound on anything coming through them. Unless Frost can mass a bunch of Boyars, which I don't think he has the gold to, those organ guns are just going to chew through everything.
Ross, why you still playing, man? Dude, game over.
Oh. What are you talking about? He has like 3 Hussars.
Here comes the bombard cannons, just pounded on that castle in the middle right now.
I just don't know what the whole castle opening was. I feel like he could have contested the middle.
It wasn't bad. No,
he
he knows that Slavs is Slavs. How do you say it? Like, yeah, I mean, he could have opened barracks and siege workshops, and he might have actually been able to prevent Frost from getting the center to begin with, from like stabilizing in the center. That could have been an option. I think that probably would have worked, honestly. But then once,
of course, the Slavs get the bonus of the military buildings with the population. He could definitely have the advantage up front.
Yeah, exactly. The tough thing is that when those bombard cannons come out, like champions plus onagers versus bombard cannons plus champions and arbalists or whatever. Obviously, the bombard cannons are gonna win here. So that was an option for sure, but I don't really mind his strategy either. I thought it was okay. I just felt like the way he played it was very like high risk and
high risk, high reward. That's what we like, though. I think Frost was just hoping to get Portuguese, but the code sniffed it out.
I think so as well. I think he was definitely hoping for Portuguese, but yeah, code. I think. Yeah.
All right, we got Portuguese and Slav. It was in the Golden Pit. And that goes to the code as well.
Wow.
Well, the 2 seed coming out, showing why he's the 2 seed right now.
Yeah, jeez.
Tommy, what were your thoughts on the Slav Portuguese matchup we just saw?
I will tell you this: the seeding makes sense, right? Because right now, Code is playing like the number 2, Viper is playing like the number 1. So the top 2 seeds they got correct. The other part, we'll see. I don't know. The way Code has been playing all day today, he's just been on fire. Okay, and Joe, I think you're right. There's like the Code playing at a very high level, but I don't think he's playing at that Viper level, right? Like I think Code will beat Rage, but it will be like 6-2 or something like that, and then like he's not going to beat him the way the Viper beat him, where the Viper just like decapitated him.
I think the Frost is going to come back and win these next 4 games. That just might be me.
I hope so.
I don't know.
I hope so. Did we lose Juro to a bathroom break?
No.
Juro, are you there?
I'm here.
Can you imagine you started peeing? You're like, no, I took it with me. Oh.
Just don't turn the video on. All right. So that was the Frost home map. It looks like the next game is going to be on Arabia. I think that's going to start here any second now.
Are we going to get a Persian Saracen maybe?
No.
You never know.
Who would take Persian in that? Other than Mace. Where's Mace? Mace, are you in the chat? Mace is another celebrity co-caster that we forgot to thank the other day, or I forgot to thank the other day.
Ooh, Hans Goth. This is going to be interesting.
I've seen this matchup a lot so far.
Juro, what do you think? Hans Goth, who has the advantage?
It kind of goes. I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd maybe say Goth, but probably just.
I'm going to say this though: if Frost Knight, Frost got Goth.
Okay, Code knows how to play Huns, I think. So I think this will definitely be. Yeah. If Frost had Huns, I think it'd be really bad for a Frost, but he has Goth, so that's good.
So I'm going to say this though: if Frost will raid, Code will leave his base open because Code is going to go do exactly what he did against Brawl with the Sicilians. He's going to come out all around him strong, but he's going to castle forward, but not protect his eco. If Frost was watching this, Frost should know you sent Huskarls in mid-game. It's over.
Did you watch the scouting report or not? Oh yeah, I forgot. The winner of this game guarantees themselves $1,000. They'll put them in third no matter what. They still got a chance to win more. but the winner of this series is locked in for 4 figures. I think that's pretty
A
fucking
lot
cool.
of Swedish cronies for this guy. A lot of Swedish cronies for Frost.
Every matchup I've seen with Hun and Goth so far at this stage of the tournament, Goth has won. I don't think I've seen Hun win any of them. And I think as long as you can survive the initial push by Hun early, Goth just has such an advantage because they're cheaper just down the road. We will see, though.
And you can't just pelt them with archers, right? Because the Huskarls are, they're beasts.
Cab Archer
It's
isn't
very
really
hard to
as
make-
valuable in this situation.
It's
for
very
sure.
hard to make paladins mid to late game. It's very, very hard. So they're very hard to stop. And you can't even make champions as Huns. So see.
Game 3. Goth vs. Huns. Code vs. Frost. Loser bracket semis. Winner of the series guarantees at least $1,000. Both these players are going to cash regardless, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you are going to sit here and play a tournament that takes up, 2 months of your life, then I guess both these guys were in the top qualifiers, so they didn't have to go through the qualifier stuff, but you might as well walk away with a little bit of something.
Yeah, and the scout's down early. That's really good for Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Frost is going for a rush. Good for him. Do
That's
you
right.
rush with Goth, Juro?
Especially against the Huns.
What were you saying? I said.
Do-
You asked me. Yeah. Sorry.
Do you rush with Goth or do you spawn defensively?
You probably just play. You probably just open help. Honestly, I think Huskarls is. I don't know. I guess it looks like the Huskarls got there, so it prevents the Hun guy from raiding you. I suppose if you
Yeah.
you do raid Huskarls, but
Right.
he's still sending the raid. Either way, this should be a pretty uneventful opening. Maybe you kill one villager on each side. Who knows?
The
No,
code,
that's good though. I think that's good for Frost. Code already marketed.
Yep. Code already hit the market. Doesn't get too much of an advantage right now. We'll see how this big push comes down the pipe. We'll see if Frost can get these siege workshops and these fucking Scorps and Onagers coming out soon enough. But here comes the Paladins across the map for the Code. Bunch of Halbs waiting for him, though.
Yeah. Not many cav archers to mow down the hounds.
Not many. Both players send about 75 pop right now. Just, I don't even see the timer on here. I had to, change the window, and I went back to, the old settings or whatever. It, was going across both of my screens, but split in half, so I had to, change it to, a window mode or something.
Oh, not good fights for Code right now.
Oh, losing a bunch of Paladins to some cheap Halbs. Code is tapped out on gold. Everything's invested in his army right now. So
Yeah,
it takes
mainly maybe all Paladins.
Meanwhile, Frost still sitting on 8k gold. Ooh, yeah. Here's why that's the advantage of the Goth. They're able to match numbers and take down their army cheap.
Oh, he just trapped his Paladins in the base. What's he doing?
Finally runs out the back door, and here comes this other freaking bullet coming in.
Yeah, this is what you have to do. So Huns basically just has to prevent Goths from ecoing, and then Goths just needs to get to 60, 70 farmers, and then typically they're gonna win. So Code knows how to play this. I think you said, did you guys say he took the market?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Code markets. He makes a bunch of paladin, makes a bunch of cav archer. I think you could maybe even consider mixing in Helbs or even two-handed swordsmen. I think might be decent, to be honest, just because two-handed swordsmen I think are stronger than Huskarls and Helbs. And the other thing is that two-handed swordsmen do tank for the paladins, right? If a Helb is attacking a two-handed swordsman, it's not attacking a paladin, so which reduces the value quite a bit.
So Frost able to snipe the villager building that castle in the middle. He's going to be able to push and take this main gold pile away. A lot of Paladins here, even more Halbs here by Frost. He's definitely going to take that, but we still got this wave of blue running around the back of Frost's base. And it's like Frost isn't even worried about it. He's still sending his villagers to the front, going with this push.
Yeah, that's a mistake by Frost. He really needs to get his eco set up. This This push is nice, and he's probably going to trade decently here. I think this will be a good fight for Frost, like from a resource/gold perspective. But the fact is that he has no eco, and he's on 7 villagers, and Code probably has 30 or 40 maybe at this point. Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
Code 47 Villies. Frost has 8. Frost,
Okay.
you gotta feed your people.
Yeah, Frost is in a really bad position, honestly. And you can see the score is really bad. He's just actually sending units forward right now. He'll be able to push this back here because the Paladins will die and the Huskarls will tank for the Cav Archer, but he needs food too for his villagers. What does he do? Yeah, this game's over.
Oh man.
Like, he doesn't have
I
food
thought-
to make villagers anymore.
Tommy, I thought we called games quick. Joro's really calling it right now.
This game's over. He doesn't even have food to make villagers. Like he has no food to make villagers. He has no food to make farms. Yeah, it's 100% over.
He's got he's got full queue of villagers right now for his 3 town centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 towns. And it's like.
Does
40 villagers.
he switch over to siege now? Because he's got wood, or no?
I'll switch it over to siege.
Yeah, definitely switch over to Siege.
Yeah,
Get-
he could maybe
Get
consider
the
making
cannons,
some.
get the Scorps, get the
maybe-
Anis
maybe-
going.
Maybe Scorps could be interesting. That's definitely. Let's see if Code picks him off here. Looks like.
Oh. Oh, if he gets
Whoa.
the castle up though.
Okay, but look at the villager number, 70 ahead for Code. Code really just needs to get really hardcore. He just needs to get on the gold hardcore, and he's chilling. And like I said, I'm telling you guys, I think two-handed swordsman actually might be a decent unit to make here. But you're not gonna see Code make it. He'll just keep making paladins.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to experiment with in the middle of a tournament.
Ooh, Hab's coming down the hill.
The thing
Stay
is
back,
that-
bro.
If you make two-handed swordsman, it kind of forces them to make like champion or something, because if two-handed swordsman kills Huskarl, right? It forces them to make champion. Well, of course, champion doesn't have the pierce armor of Huskarl, right? So it makes your Cav Archer more effective. And it's more gold efficient than Paladin, probably. Right?
Yes, definitely more gold efficient.
Yeah.
Speaking of gold, we got a lonely gold pile here next to your base. Frost, go get that shit.
So Frost has a score lead. God, if Frost comes back, and then I just totally... Jeez. If Frost comes back in this game, it just goes to show you how favored like Goth is when they can stabilize.
Yeah.
It looks like Code's gonna try to shut down this eco again.
Yeah, the good thing for
What's Code's population right now?
just 180 probably.
155.
150. Okay,
Frost
so
is
he's-
about
he's
topped
hurt.
out.
What's his
Dude.
goal? What's goal?
Oh, look at this base though. It's not protected at all.
he has no
No-
castles. Wait, how much
No
stone does he have?
castles.
Wait, where's his stone at?
This is DM World Cup 4 and we got no castles.
What's his stone count? What's his stone count?
He's got 900
He
stone. He sold all of
his
it.
stone? Oh my god, dude.
I told you he goes all in.
He took his stone to
Do
the
you
pawn
believe in
shop.
Miracles?
Here comes the turnaround, baby. Here comes the turnaround.
He sold like 4,000 stone.
7.
dude.
6.
What is
5.
this, man?
4. 3.
Okay, well
Here it
now Frost wins because
2.
he has no eco.
Oh
Dude,
man,
what is this?
that's a good raid by the Code, except for the fact he's losing his whole base.
Strategies, man. Dude.
The Code has 0 eco right now. He got a gold pile over there.
Dude, honestly, if you just come up with good strategies, then even if you're like ranked 40 in DM, you probably still get to like top 5.
Oh my goodness, look at this score right now. Frost at 14,000 to the Code's 9,000.
I like
Oh, in the GG.
dude, what a just are you serious?
Eco? We don't need no stinking eco.
Well, he got 80 villagers, but then he just like nothing to protect it. Just
This is why we have Jura in the booth. He points out the things for us. He's like, wait, he doesn't have any castles? Where's his stone?
dude, what is that strategy, man?
Sold it. He sold his stone to a Lenny in the alley for 3-1 on gold.
I'm sure he was. Dude, if he
He's
just had
cut.
castles- Yo, if he just had castles up, just imagine he had castles up there. It's like he wouldn't have been able to dive the eco, and then Code can eco, and then he sold like 4,000 stone or something. Oh god.
I told you, Frost is coming back. He's gonna win 4-0 in these next few games.
I like
Run
how
the
Frost-
table.
I like how Frost made the castles right next to his TCs though. He didn't try to make them in like special locations really. He just popped him right next to the TCs, and even though it took a while for him to get him up, he was able to get him up eventually. And
Didn't even need the eco. The code had 12,000 gold collected. Frost collected 700. Didn't even need it.
These strategies, dude, are like
Tales of the tape.
We don't need no stinking eco. Frost played how I usually play, although he did it on purpose. I just forget the eco.
yikes, dude.
All right, player behind in the score gets to go map and Civ. So Frost is going to be able to pick on game 4 here. Going mirror match. Are we going to see a 3-hour Britain War?
Oh,
Let's see who wins: a two-handed swordsman for Huns or a Huskarl for Ga.
If we
it's 200.
The two-handed swordsman wins, man.
we got
Oh no.
Portuguese
To
on
quote the
Arabia.
What? To quote the great Yeah from The Sandlot, this game is gonna be forever. Forever.
Yeah, once we see the first skirmisher out, we'll let Joro do his half-hour infomercial for training services for Age of Empires.
Yeah. Joro, what am I plugging here?
Joro, do you got your pitch ready? You're ready to plug your training program to all the noobs out there?
No, I'll make some videos maybe in a couple. I don't know when.
Do you have a YouTube channel, Joro?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know how good the videos are. They're probably crap. My videos are usually just like a 1-hour monologue about strategy. Like,
I saw one of your videos. You're like, I'm a decent RMer, but a great DMer, and here's why.
Did I say that really?
I think something like that.
Doesn't sound like me, but...
I feel like you took a shot at the DM community.
Oh, for sure. If I did, that doesn't surprise me.
We like controversial guests. No, you were like, I'm just a decent RMer, but a really good DMer because it's not that hard. You said something.
Oh, really? That sounds, I believe it.
I want to see an infomercial, Joro. Like, are you done being a noob? And like, it's just some dude at his computer, like, just throwing his mouse up against the wall, and like, you know, the photo goes black and white. And all of a sudden, time to turn it around and quit being a loser today. And all of a sudden, it goes to color, and Joro steps in like, I will take you from worst to first in 48 hours. 4 minutes starts, and if you're not crying, then you're not trying.
I feel like you could literally explain like most of deathmatch in under like 6 hours. And then it just comes down to execution.
Greek, you did it wrong though. It's, are you tired of being called a noob? Is Mace telling you that you need to work on your start? Is Boomstick and Backy telling you to never play the game and that you're useless? If so, call Juro.
Alright, let's see. So what's going on here? So it looks like Frost is opening Helps and Arbalest, and Code is opening Cavalier and what?
Arbs, I think.
Is he going Helms or Arbs? Or
I don't know.
Champions.
Someone doesn't want to move.
The champions? Yeah. Grieger, I don't know what you're doing, dude.
What's up?
You like champions?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm watching this assault on the base right now.
Okay, so basically, Code's gonna get map control early because he's going for Cavalier champion here, which is gonna be really good for him because he's probably gonna be able to get that hill. Well, we'll see. Frost needs to just kite here. He needs to just use the Arbalest he has to poke the units on the hill.
I mean, Portuguese is pretty much just a slow push. Like, build out your base, gradually move up. It's like playing with the Turks, especially when you play with towers.
Nice Siege Workshop there. Wow, I'm actually.
Man, look at that wall.
I guess that hill was actually pretty close to Frost. So. Right,
is Frost the best wall man in the Deathmatch World Cup?
He's a wall specialist.
Is he more of a wall specialist than Hex, who lays drywall?
Where is Hex?
I don't know.
Do you know Hex, Charles?
I've seen his name in here, but I don't know him. All right, why stay on the hill?
He's a rising Castle Blood player. He had a little couple rough patches, but
back? Why is he pulling back?
Cavaliers get in there, take out a couple of bombard cannons. The Champs and the Cavs overrun on this little speed bump hill right here.
Yeah, the thing is with the Cavs and Champs like this is that he's gonna get the hill, but Cavs do cost a lot of gold, so he will run out of gold faster than Frost did.
Yeah,
but like we said about Code, Code specializes in doing exactly that.
Doing what?
What?
Doing what? Did Code get market here?
Code pushes. Yep. He dumps the market and he pushes as hard as he can.
Did he get market?
What's up, Amuna? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here you could sell some food maybe to make some extra gold units.
Do we have another guest caster in the chat?
It's good old Nate, aka Amuna.
Hey Nate, we're streaming right now. You know Deathmatch World Cup 4 is going on right now?
I don't think he understands.
No, I don't think he understands either.
Code's diving deep here, man. He's spending a lot of units here just fighting. He's gonna lose these bombard cannons. Why is he just like? Why is he constantly rallying units in?
Just straight ahead. This is just old school. I'm on Voobly. I'm patrolling my guys in, and I'm recouping faster than you can recoup.
Why is he diving this deep, man? He's not gonna get good value. He's losing a lot of gold units doing this. He's gonna get the castle though, I guess.
He's gonna get the castle. He's got a couple of spots already around the map.
But when these bombard cannons get popped, I don't know if they get popped actually. Maybe like to even see like I don't know, skirms. I'm not sure. Halbs, more halbs from Frost.
Yeah, we need some halbs from
Why
Frost
champion?
ASAP.
I guess why
ASAP.
champions? He's just making Cavaliers. Just make champ.
I think you go champions just to save on wood. I've played with Portuguese so many times where you're not even like champ might not be the best unit, but just out of pure resources, Portuguese just take up so much fucking wood.
How many barracks does Frost have?
Frost sitting on 5 barracks.
Okay, I guess it's whatever. But
He's
got way queued up though. I mean, this is where you should make more barracks, honestly, if you want map control. How many barracks does Code have? Code made a stronger composition, but let's see how many.
Code sitting on 6 barracks as well.
How many stables? And then he's got.
Oh, got a bunch of Billies standing around. Frost is just back on his back foot right now. He just lost all these cannons. He's got no gold left. I mean.
Yeah, he had the weaker composition early with going for Arbalest.
Ooh, yeah, towers coming up on this gold pirate now. Ugh. I've never seen someone come downhill so fast with Portuguese before. This one has been.
Yeah. I
What's
feel like.
Code, how many stables does Code have?
He is sitting on 4 stables, 6 ranges.
Yeah, so he
Bombard cannons hammering right now.
He just has more military buildings than.
I feel like with Code, you have to be able to know when to counter punch him because he puts all in on the center, and you need the right unit to counter punch him.
He was playing. It's really risky here. I think trying to push that early on him is. Yeah. It kind of works though because he did have market and it was the combination.
He might
of
not
Frost.
get this done. He might not get this done.
The combination of Frost going for a weaker start with the Helb Arbalest and then Code taking market, just as I think was good for Code here.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Yeah, it looked like Frost kind of spent basically as much gold as the beginning. I mean, I guess Frost or Code spent a little bit more because he used the market, but yeah, the doing with the cheaper unit really didn't pay off for him in terms of how many resources were left after the initial engagement.
Well, Frost is
And now we got Code just being a sneaky bastard and getting up towers all over the map, taking all the different resource piles around the map.
I mean, how many relics does Code have too at this point? Maybe like 4, I'm guessing.
He actually has 1. Oh no, he has 3. Frost has 2.
Okay, so we can do it. Yeah, I mean, like Frost fighting here with the bombard cannons is just it's just suicide. Like he's fighting uphill, right? Like Frost feels like he needs to take this position, and he kind of does because if he loses the middle gold right there or that main gold, it's probably game over.
Oh, if he loses his main gold, he's toasty.
At the same time, like what can you expect by fighting uphill though? You're just generally gonna lose, right? It's just I mean the game's over, right? But,
that's what we said last time, Joro.
Yeah, Joro.
That was before we looked at Code's base to see that he was doing something.
All right, Joro was right. He called it.
Yeah.
He called it 3 seconds before it happened.
Yeah. Dude, kudos to to Code for making these games fast.
Oh,
you know?
man. I've never seen anybody with Portuguese come downhill so quick like that. Oof. I mean, he was just right up in his jockstrap a minute into the game. Just like, what are the fuck you going to do about that, Frost? Whew. Excellent play. Excellent play. Yeah, so Code goes market early. He's using like champs and Cavaliers, which are expensive, especially for Portuguese, and that's not really the main units you want to use. And Frost goes Halbs and Arb, which is a lot cheaper, but Code's still able to take the center from him, and he uses the little market, and it doesn't really waste too many resources compared to Frost after they start trading. So
when does Rage play?
So Rage plays the winner of this game tomorrow, and then after that series, they're playing against the Viper for the grand finale.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
How uneventful would it be if Viper plays Rage again? I mean, then again, we saw Bra get swept he swept the Code 4-0, and then Code came back and then crushed them today. But I just don't think that Rage would be able to do that to Viper.
All right, so again, Frost loses his home map, and he's one game away from going on vacation.
Yeah, the thing with Frost that game was that he just, like I said, losing the. Not only did he lose the map control at the hill because he went for like a weaker opening build, but he also took a bad fight there too. Like it's one thing if you lose the map control, but you kind of walk away, having taken a decent trade or something like that. But it's another thing to lose the map control and then also take a bad fight. It's like just compounding the issue. That's the biggest thing. You gotta be able to know when to walk away from or to retreat and not take any more losses. You want to keep the position, but if you start losing extra units trying to hold it, then you're just gonna lose the next position as well, and that's basically what happened here.
It's all right. Frost is still going to come back and win these next 3 and then move on to the next round. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it's his home map again, so home map hasn't really gone super well for him, but we'll see what he picks. I think maybe a Celts on Acropolis. He picked that against Tato, and that seemed to have gone pretty well, so maybe he decides to pick that again. Yeah.
We need Frost to win so we can have more money so he can pay me back on all the soccer bets that he lost for me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like Frost is playing pretty flat today. And how is Code just marching down the middle of people, just dumping away at him?
Frost did beat Tato earlier today. He did have a longer layoff, though. Because, Frost was done with his series by the time Brew and Code played theirs. So he's been waiting for hours. And it's later. Where's the Code at? Where's Code live at? Turkey.
Well, actually, I think he lived in Belgium.
All right, so it's similar times where they're at right now. Probably an hour or so off.
I think he lives in Belgium.
So they're at the same time zone. Ish.
Yeah. Yeah, fighting for the same girl. The same European name.
And
this is not
Code goes with a Hun War.
It was Code, or was that? Oh, it was Code, huh? Oh yeah, I suppose it was. I thought it was. Okay, so that was Frost's pick. Wow, dude, he picked Held Arbalest opening with Portuguese. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frost in the white trunks, Code in the blue.
Dude, Held Arbalest is so weird because Arbalest isn't even like the sustain unit that you want to make. You want to make organ guns, I think. So it's kind of weird that he if you're gonna go for a weaker start in the beginning, just go Helbs and then castles, don't even waste resources on
Is Frost even gonna try to grab the market on this one? Or is he just gonna let Code have it and play for the counter punch?
He beat Tato 4-1?
Yeah.
I don't think Frost playing for the market really is good for him because he's better at holding a position, but if he goes for market, he's gonna be behind early, and so I think that's gonna.
You can't let Code take market; he will crush you.
In my opinion, Frost just has to play a normal game and then just try to get position and hold off against a market push if there is one. Or again, just try to make play a standard game, but go for the market after you built all your buildings. Try to go for like a late market. If he tries to contest an early market, then I think he'll probably just lose fairly quickly to Code.
Okay.
Joe, this is a little bit off topic, but how much can you bench press?
A little bit off topic.
Aren't you like pretty strong?
Right now I can bench press like 185, I think, which is the very
Really?
much, but
I thought you.
like 185, 195.
I thought you were like a gym rat. No.
Haha. No, I run a lot, but
Oh, okay.
bike a lot.
All right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
trying to
know
get up to 225 and then just call it.
How old are you?
26.
Oh, you got time, dude. I didn't start getting up 225 till I was like 28, 29, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And then once you do it, you get better. It's also what?
I feel like that's like a sufficient level of strength.
Yeah, no. Like if you can take 225 off the bar and do it a couple times, I feel like that's like.
I maybe could do it now. I mean, when I say I do like 185, 195, I'm doing that like for like 8 reps or something, or a couple sets of 8. So maybe I could do like a 1 rep max at 225. I'm not sure, but all right. So let's see. Just kind of both of them starting standard here, right?
Yep. Frost lost to Villy already, and
Here comes
his
the
scout
market.
attacking a paladin. I don't think Frost is gonna get a villager
What are
there.
the stable
So
numbers? What stable numbers for Code?
let's see. Well, first Frost has 4 stables. Code is going 4 stables,
What are they? Okay,
8 racks, 9 ranges.
Oh, he's going for a big maybe Cav Archer push. I don't really see the value, to be honest, of the Cav Archer push. It's hard to manage that many Cav Archers. That's all I'll say. What's the villager number? Looks like Code's gotten a good rate.
Yep, Code's got a couple up on him now. It looks like he's gonna get another one in there.
Yeah, Code's like basically even on military as well, so it's very close. So Code isn't really gonna lose much for even going for the market because he made up for it with his villager picks.
Frost is gonna have to be able to handle a haymaker to start the game, because the Code is gonna have the advantage.
Frost needs to work on his. I don't know how. I don't know if you can really say based on this game alone, but I feel like Frost starts in general aren't like super great compared to other players, and that's something that. Yeah. Also, I don't really like not sure I like this castle opening like this. Frost actually, where's his gold at? It looks like he's got one in the middle there. Can you turn on click on the globe maybe like twice or once? Yeah. Ooh, Frost has a really bad map. If he loses that hill in front there, then he's like screwed.
Yep, and here comes all the forces running up the hill.
This first fight will decide the game. Whoever wins, if Frost loses it, it's game over. And looks like he doesn't have a lot of Messina's there. Code's using runners to try to drag along the army. Frost is trying not to get baited by it, but at the same time he's going to lose a lot of villagers. Code fighting uphill here though, he's going to lose a lot of army. And this is actually the fight, it's kind of the fight Frost needs here. The important thing for Frost is that he's going to need to get rams out quick, because as you saw, Code made a lot of ranges, so he's going to have a lot of Cav Archers here. So it's really important. And then also don't waste paladins like this, Frost. You need to stay on the hill. Don't fight when you're not on the hill. So he's doing a good job there, pulling back. These are good fights for Frost. I mean, as a market player, you want to take better than even trades. And yeah, the problem here with Frost though is that his rams aren't out fast enough. And look how many barracks Frost made. I think he probably only made like 6 barracks. Let's see.
He's got 6.
Yeah, you need to make more barracks. You just can't make this few barracks. Like, Code made like 8 barracks here, and he's gonna be able to keep pumping out army a lot quicker. And Frost is losing Cav Archers now. This game it's gonna turn. The fight's gonna turn here, I think, pretty soon.
Code sitting on 140 pop. Frost at 100. Got a 4 villager advantage for Code right now. He's finally getting Frost finally getting some rams out in front right now. Code tries to make a side swipe move here with the Cav Archers to get on the same playing field, and it looks like he outnumbers Frost with Cav Archer numbers right now too. But Frost holding strong. Code trying to dip and dodge, just going to lose more cav archers doing it that way.
Look at all the extra army, though, from Code. And again, you can say, oh, this is from Market. Not really. Those are a lot of extra helps, and that's just because he added the extra barracks, right? Code's able to push us back. He's going to get that castle up. He'll make trubs. He'll deny these extra golds here. The game's over.
Oh, no.
Frost dead, dude.
Code coming downhill on Frost, trying to send Frost on vacation right now. His main gold pile is swarmed. Frost sitting on about 75 population. Meanwhile, the Code is almost popped out.
Okay, Code, if you overcommit here, that's how you lose. But in general, like, Code should just be looking at getting all the relics at this point. What's the relic count at the moment?
I think Frost got 2.
Oh, really? Okay, so that was good. If he was able
I
to
don't
sneak
think
2 relics.
relics are gonna matter too much.
Well, I don't think so either. But I'm just saying that, like, if this main gold wasn't here and it was a little bit better of a map for Frost, Code would be probably taking all the relics at this point. Because look at Frost. He's got a little raid on the side, but in general, he hasn't expanded at all. He was really like make or break on that hill there, right? And I think the one thing is that, yeah, I don't know, he's dead, but.
Frost in a tough spot. Only 90 population right now. Code's almost popped out. He's raiding, or he's about to raid over here on the side once he wakes up those cav archers here. We got some raids. He's slowing down the Code right now. We know the Code with Huns will not build castles in the middle, so
Yeah.
So
if Frost can hit him with some crazy okey doke right now and force him to take attention off the middle, that would probably be the best thing right now. Trying to go heads up against the Code right here on this spot, that's no good, but he does need to protect this gold pile right here.
Just think of it this way: at this point, if all Code did was make trebs and just had treb wars with Frost, Frost would run out of gold first, and then Code would eventually push, right?
Frost is gonna have to do something else other than this.
Yeah, now he's got the help numbers, but he needed those help numbers way earlier, like. And the other thing is, Frost maybe should send, maybe send paladins on the side if he can even afford them, but he can't because he doesn't have any gold.
He's got no gold right now. 2,000 wood, 700 food. Meanwhile, Code's still sitting on 1,500 wood, 3,000 food, about 800 gold.
The sad thing is that this hill's actually closer to Frost, and he should have really been able to take it, but I just don't think his opening rating isn't very good, and then also his opening build I don't think is the right build for this sort of game. And Code, I think, played it fine.
Code played it spectacularly.
I think it was a bit risky for Code to push the hill like he did, because I feel like against I should say better players.
Better players. Frost is one of the 4 players left in the freaking tournament. How much better can you get?
It's true, but I just feel like against some other players, this type of thing by Code would not work. So.
There's no better players, Joro. This is it. We're at the top 4. There's 4 players left.
All right.
We started with 32 in the main event. We had people going through the qualifiers. This is it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when Joro says better players, he's actually just talking about himself.
Exactly. I remember when I first started playing Deathmatch Dude, I always complained about people taking market, and I could never figure. I always lose the players that took it. And the thing is that you have to remember is that market comes at a cost, right? They actually go down in resources to get that extra gold.
Yeah.
So as long as you trade even with the market, you know, you're actually gonna be ahead in the long run, right? As long as you trade even resource-wise.
Yeah, unfortunately, Frost is not. He's tapped out on resources right now. He's got the wall up, though.
Yeah, Frost is dead. Now he just needs to focus those trebs to prevent him. And that's not even a good fight, right? Because Code would just kill that treb in like one more hit. Did a good job sniping the treb there, but he's got the hill advantage here. And people could say like, oh, this was a bad map for Frost. It was whatever. It wasn't really a bad map. It's a bad map if he loses the hill, but it wasn't like a bad map overall. Like, he can win that hill. I think he just didn't play the right strategy.
Code just came out fierce, just quicker on the keys this game.
Yeah, for sure. I think just in the game, all the games in general, like the opening for Code was just generally better. Frost, and this is the thing, is he knows that Frost plays more passive, and so he was able to take advantage by taking the map control early and putting the pressure on.
Yeah, but that's what Coach does though. If you're a type of player
That's
that
true.
you go like same thing with Brock. Like I know Brock beat him last time, but he didn't change. He just went harder, faster. Okay, that's it. That's his play style. You're not gonna be, and that's why he continuously places in the top 5 code. That's it. He plays aggressive, and that's his play style.
Yeah, I think he really likes to use the market advantage early on to try to push the pressure, and I think he does a good job. I think in general, deathmatch players tend to overcommit, and I think that works in market players' favor sometimes because if you're trying to charge a smaller army into a bigger army, generally you're going to lose, right? And I think that's why the market at lower levels and even at higher levels, that's
Frost,
the
where are
reason
your halbs? Get him up there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Frost is going to start, well, he has gold for now, but not much longer probably. And good job by Code here, pulling the Tarkans back, and then he's just letting just killed all the Helbs and really didn't lose many Tarkans at all. And now Code's just going to start chipping away at all the castles that are protecting Eco, and this castle's kind of, but I guess it's fine.
Look at this nice little siege workshop here right in front of the Trebs to help protect.
I want to see some mangonels from Code, some BN.
That's right.
BN mangonels.
We got some Paladins coming in with some raids here.
Huh.
Frost ain't giving up. We got the snipes coming in on the Trebs.
I'll tell you, that's one of the weaknesses of Code is that let's say he wasn't able to push this middle hill and he got in that castle got denied, right? Code does, I think, sell quite a bit of stone in the beginning, which means he doesn't have castles in his own eco defending. So if for whatever reason you're able to defend against Code's push, if you just turn it around and attack his eco, he's got a lot of
no castles. He just relying on his units to be there.
Everything.
I think if he does this versus Viper, he's just gonna get crushed. If he plays versus Viper, I think he's just gonna absolutely get crushed. Honestly.
Yeah, he sells everything, man.
Viper will play. Yeah. Viper plays really good defensively, and he's gonna check and try to raid the sides and stuff like that in the beginning. And if Code sells off his stone, I think he's just gonna get destroyed. But honestly, I just think he'll get destroyed in general. So.
2,000 point advantage for the Code right now. Code is popped out. Frost is sitting on about 180 population, but Frost has 111 villagers right now. Code's been doing a good job, only staying around 80, 90 villagers in most games that he has. Obviously depends on Civ, but he's just getting all of his army out there. He's keeping it out there.
And Code is very good at massing large armies for pushes, and he's massing for one last push. This is called the GG top 3 push right here, starting now.
He's sending Greta Thunberg back across the Atlantic in her sailboat right now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What is Code? Does he have a gold mine out there? Or no, sorry, Frost. Does he have a gold mine out on that island, that little hill over there? On the.
Nope, just a couple of siege workshops and some lazy villagers.
This is it.
The Cav Archer numbers are dwindling.
What's the relic count now? It looks like maybe. Oh, Code only has 1 relic, I think.
Code don't need no stinking relics.
I don't think he needs the relics, if you ask me.
I don't think so either. Well, the relics come into if the golds are even, like the extra golds are even, then the relics come into play. But even if you had 5 relics in the beginning, if the other guy has the extra gold mines, they still will get more gold in the short term than you.
Frost can't even get on his main gold mine right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
He doesn't need a relic. He's just gonna take his gold.
And that is the match. The Code coming back from the dead wins 4-1 over Frost to advance to the loser bracket semifinals. Tommy, thoughts on the series so far there with Uncle Frost going down to the Code?
I'm sad Frost went down, but I will say this: Code was the far better player today in this series. Code played Brock very, very well. He's like he's unstoppable. Right? So I don't want to say he's like to the people he's playing, he looks unstoppable. Because Frost never had an answer, and everybody knows what he's going to do.
I think Frost just has a play style, and Code knows what the play style is, and Code knows how to play against that play style. I think Rage will be harder for Code to. I don't think you're gonna get the same result against Rage unless he's really just not feeling up to it after losing to Viper. But I think like Rage plays a lot more kind of like a standard game, and I think that that's a lot harder for. It's easy to know if you know your opponent's style before the game, right? It's easy to take advantage of where their weaknesses are in that style, right? Rage plays more standard, which doesn't really have a weakness in my opinion. Like standard in my opinion is just playing to win, right? Or playing whatever it takes to win. I think Rage more or less plays that way. So I think the series tomorrow will be close. I don't know if is it a best of 9 tomorrow for that.
It is a best of 7 in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
And then the winner is going to play a best of 11 against the Viper.
You know what's funny about that is that they're going to have, like, I suspect the Rage and Code 1 is going to go for, like, maybe 6-7 games. It'll go 6-7. Or you said, what'd you say it was a best of?
Best of 7.
Yeah. I suspect it'll go 6 or 7 games, but it's like, man, you're going to be tired after that. And then you have to play Viper.
An
It's just
11-game series against the Viper.
Dude, it didn't happen. Like, it's just, I think that they should just no. You should play versus Viper, but I feel bad because that's a lot of games to play, and then to have to play Viper. it's just
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some of the finals and everything going on tomorrow, but Greek TV is not streaming all this tomorrow. I got other stuff going on, and not gonna be able to make it through all that. But
it's Mother's Day, not Viper Day. You know what I mean?
Yes, we have Mother's Day going on tomorrow. So I was actually wrong about the prize pool. Frost is gonna cash out a G on this one for getting 4th place. And then the Code and Rage will be fighting for playing a $2,000 game. And the loser is going to get $1,500. So it's a $500 difference in the game tomorrow. And then, of course, the $3,000 grand prize for the finals. And then Brew and Tato that play today both get $500 in the bank. That's a lot of ribs. Like a lot of ribs and a lot of tempura shrimp I could buy with that, Tommy.
Yeah. Well, and congratulations to Frost for coming this far. I mean, kind of new to the deathmatch world, right? So I think he placed a lot higher than he did last time.
Yeah, he was in the Silver League last time, right? He got knocked out in the qualifiers and played in the Silver League.
Yeah, now look at him. I mean, I don't know. He needs to work on his aggressiveness though if he's gonna make it to Viper again, but.
I don't think he made enough walls.
I think, yeah, Frost is definitely, in my opinion, like Frost has kind of shown, I think, through this tournament that when it comes to like the mid game to late game, that he is basically on par with some of the other top DMers. I think that, and I think even his decision making is pretty good and probably even better than some of the better DM players. I mean, Frostgut was like what was the seed 11 here or? Was it 11, 12?
He was the 12 seed or 13 seed, I think. One of those.
12th or 13th seed, and he is gonna go down, or he's gonna get 4th place in the tournament. So obviously somebody that was underrated in the tournament, and I think like I said, I think his start is still not. It could still be improved upon, but I think that in the mid to late game, especially there was a game earlier today where against Tato he played as Berbers. It looked like Tato was gonna win that game. Throughout the at several points, and Frost was able to beat him in the end, and I thought that was a really defining game for Frost in terms of where his level's at.
Well, you thought that Frost was going to lose the Hun Goth War, and he came back on that one.
Yeah, I didn't know what Code was doing, honestly. I had no idea what I assumed Code had castles in his base, I guess, when he had 80 villagers, but apparently, we don't make castles around here.
We don't need no stinking eco.
Code really didn't make anything in his eco the whole, every single game. I don't know about the Portuguese game, but the Golden Swamp game, he didn't make really anything in his eco. This game he didn't. That game he didn't. What other games were there?
That's how the game's supposed to be played. I don't know what games you
Yeah.
guys are watching.
Eco,
Yeah,
come on.
Until someone says like 2 paladins in your eco and kills like 15 villagers, you're just dead.
Oh,
It's like when I play
what
a team game, like 2v2, 3v3. Hey, you need to make a market. I was like, man, I just hope this game doesn't even go that long.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I'm not fixing to play a 2-hour game. You know.
But congrats to all the competitors. This is probably the last broadcast that Greek TV is going to be doing for Deathmatch World Cup. Congrats to Frost and the Code. Frost, you're cashing out in the top 4, which is awesome. Code, you got a chance still to play for the Big Cheese, which is absolutely awesome. Can anybody take down Viper? Check out, I think Nilly and Lidicor and, I don't know, Mace might be streaming the championship tomorrow. I'm going to be watching here and there, trying to see what I can catch in the middle of Mother's Day and everything else going on right now. Tommy, do you got anything else for our viewers before we check out a Deathmatch World Cup 4?
No, GG's. It was a lot of fun doing this. Thanks, Greek, for having me. Joro, thanks for jumping in. You actually added a lot of insight to the games that you joined us in. So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Joro. Thank you for talking and giving me a time to go run to the bathroom when I can. So you have no idea how much that helps. And of course, obviously your insight for the game. By the way, anybody, if you are looking for DM training, Joro for a small fee will turn you into the next Viper. So definitely hit him up in the Discord and check out his YouTube.
So in all fairness, I think Viper's played how many people has he played today? I mean, in the tournament 4 or 5.
I think he's played 5.
He's played what? He's played 4 people, right?
5.
He played Nilly. He played Back. He played Favorite. He played Nilly. He played Frost.
Yeah.
Now he's played Rage.
And
So he's played 5.
you were the only person
Yeah,
to
dude.
take
I won
to beat him twice. See that? See that?
Yeah. That's why you gotta prepare for your games, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way you beat Viper is you either like. Yeah.
Are you tired of Mace teaching you how to run your start? Are you tired of Boomstick and Backy Back calling you useless? Call Joro now.
You hear that, Andy? Call me.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. We're going to go ahead and raid Nilly's channel right now. I think he's still doing some stuff with post this game. But me and Tommy are out. Time for us to go drink Tall Boys of Bud Ice. And Joro, I don't know. What are you drinking on tonight, Joro?
Water.
Water? All right. What a classy individual there. All right. Catch y'all later. Good stuff. Good stuff. Too bad for Frosty.